Previously, in X-Men, the Inferno rages. The team has slowly transformed into dark, demonic versions of themselves, mirroring the changes to New York City itself. All except Colossus, who seems unaffected by the dark magic while in his metal form. And the newly crowned Goblin Queen has been reunited with her son, and she is poised for a rampage across the world. I am Jason Lapidus.
And I'm Chris Sanigan.
And we are Group of Seven Comics. Welcome to episode 181 of our ongoing read-through of the X-Men comics that became classic, as we read Uncanny X-Men 242 by Chris Claremont, Marc Silvestri, Dan Green, cover date of March 1989. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. I'm doing well. Before the show, everybody, I was talking with Jason about how I was catching up on the Marvel show Ironheart, and that intro with demonic possession and things happening. I'm just saying, your intro could be akin to some of the narrative of that show, which I'm not necessarily enjoying. That's my personal take, but I am kind of I feel not obliged. I feel compelled to watch it.
Sure.
Which then demonstrates that Disney was right all along, and they were like, we can just give you anything, and these suckers will pay for it and eat it up. So, hey, there you go.
I hear you. And we could do a whole episode, if you want, on Ironheart. I don't
Chris and Jason's hot takes on Ironheart.
Just so you know, it is we're having a pretty good rainstorm where I live, and my window is open because we've also dropped below the threshold for the air conditioner. Yeah. So I've left my window open to keep this room cool. You might hear what sounds like running water the entire show. If it bothers anyone out there, honestly, just let me know in the chat, like, hey, too much running water, and I will close the window to my right. Can you hear it, Chris?
No.
Well, it might be because I'm yapping, so we'll see. It might be drowning out.
If I tell you that I have a need to pee, I'll let you know, and then
it's that kind of thing.
That'll be the sign. Yeah.
And my studio is like an absolute chaos, overflowing disaster of mostly finished art and piles of things, and I've had to take my printer out, and stuff has fallen behind, and I can't get it back. Anyway, it's a fun mess here, and I'm really excited because we have fun things.
We do
ahead for many of the weeks that follow. So I'm happy to talk about all those kinds of things. Life is good. You're all right. You drinking tea tonight, sir?
I am. Can you hear the echoes from my household? I mean, yeah. I can't hear your rain, but can you hear my family yelling? It's great.
I can. Well, you've got, I've been in your home. You have, your main floor is an echoey floor.
It is.
That is a sound chamber.
It is. I always thought that it'd be a good recording space. Put some carpets down.
Okay, yes and no.
Carpets down. Some warm piano feels. I think it'd be good.
So it would be an interesting recording place, but not necessarily a good one.
Wow.
Because you can't control the ambient noise.
No.
You get it whether you want or not.
Unless you could.
Well, there are some bands that really like, or some performers that like that ambient echo. Yeah. I'm thinking of My Morning Jacket.
Right.
And some of those kinds of, you want that big.
The house is basically a silo.
It's basically a silo. So, usually in a really good recording studio, you can isolate everything. Mm-hmm. And that creates a really homogeneous, sterile sound.
Yeah.
But I'd record a record in your house.
Nice. You know what? Have that thought, because now my dog needs to go to the bathroom outside.
Yeah.
Because the dog heard your rain coming through.
That's fair. Window. I will. I'll vamp for a minute on stuff that Chris doesn't need to talk about, because he's just one of those kinds of guys. So I'll bring back in this screen, and we'll move on a little bit into the next sort of things. So today we're going to be talking about, like I said before, episode 181. We're reading 242. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is a particular childhood favorite comic book cover of mine, so I'm a big fan. Thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed to the channel. We passed 500 last week, and it just kept going. So we're up around 525 at the moment, and rolling on towards 1,000. Our videos have gone from getting tens to getting hundreds, and now we're getting a few that have thousands. It's been really, really nice to see the response. Like I mentioned last week, we have tweaked a few things. I've added a second show. Started putting shorts up, trying to get some content that you're going to hopefully enjoy, where it's going to find an audience, and but not change what we're already doing for people who are enjoying that kind of stuff. So thank you for that. If you haven't already, click like, subscribe to the channel, like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share if you can while Chris burps. Just all the burping he can do. Of course, you can support us by picking up our books. Chris wrote, let's just call them graphic novels, even though they're kind of not. But we're getting the semantics here. Chris wrote 2 graphic novels. He actually wrote 3. We're still working on the 3rd one, which is really the second one, but we'll get into that another time altogether. Group of 7, A Most Secret Tale, featuring 7 famous historical figures on a secret fictional mission to save the world. Group of 7, A Most Secret Tale, and Peregrines, Flights, Fiends, and Fisticuffs. Nurses on the front lines of war-torn Europe, protecting us from the unknown and the unbelievable. They double as spies.
They sure do.
And both these, of course, are available from our website, group7comics.ca, in both print and digital formats. In 2 days, we will be at Fan Expo Canada, the largest show of its kind in the country, and probably maybe 4th largest, maybe 5th largest on the continent.
Could be.
Orlando's been massive, of course. San Diego, I know Chicago, and then New York Comic Con. Like we're in that ballpark. Fan Expo Canada, very, very big. We're at table Y27, and I'll be there Thursday through Sunday. Chris, you'll be there Thursday and
Friday. Yeah.
So if you especially want to see Chris Sanigan, Thursday, Friday. Looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be good.
I mentioned a second show. Yeah, I got a second show called Leveling Up. And in each episode, I look at new comics. I look at a new comic each episode to see what I can learn, what I can pull out of that new comic to help my process of leveling up my comic making game. This week's episode was the new comic from Abrams Books called The Avengers in The Veracity Trap by Chip Kidd and Toronto's own Michael Cho. It's much shorter than our hour to 2 hour live stream. They're like 18, 20-minute episodes. And I pick out a few things that I can learn from, and hopefully you can too. So check out that new show. They drop every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., it seems.
It's like your Saturday morning cartoon.
It's like yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the presentation isn't very Saturday morning cartoony. Like I need to like amp up that nonsense.
Hitler.
Sure. Terrible. Do you want to go right into this? Or do you want to talk about anything else going on in the world, like the next comic events we're at?
Well, I mean, certainly we can. I don't know if you have a screen grab of them.
I don't, but I'll just say.
Yeah, sure. So what?
September 6th and 7th, I'll be in St. John's, Newfoundland. What?
I don't know how that happened.
For the very first ever St. John's Comic Arts Festival.
That's
what it's called.
That's the
St.
one.
John's Calf. I can't wait. I've never been to Newfoundland, and I'm so excited to go. About a week after that is on the September 13th, perhaps.
That's right.
That's Saturday is the Guelph Comics Jam. There's a ton of really great local cartoonists who are going to be at that one. And I'm looking forward to hanging out in Guelph without Chris. That should be fun.
Yeah. You got to rep the Royal City without me, man.
Yeah, man. And then at the end of the month, on 28, 29 maybe?
Something like that.
A word on the street, a giant downtown outdoor book party.
I think it's Canada's largest.
I think it's,
again, Toronto does everything big, and that's why, and the largest, and that's why a lot of people don't like Toronto. Largest fan expo, fan culture, plus largest book show, celebrating books. Printed, anyway.
Well, we do have a huge population here, right?
4th largest in North America.
Yeah, it's a big city.
Yeah.
Matt says, "What? Chris missed out on the hometown show?" Yeah, he had some other plans that are meaningful, and I'll miss him. But I can make faces that look like his faces.
Yeah,
with my butt. Yeah,
nice.
It'll be good.
You can cosplay as me. I'll give you this hat. You've got some glasses. We are good to go.
Oh, I picked up this.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. So I have an older one. I have the one that came in a 2-pack with classic John Byrne era Cyclops.
Okay.
But that body mold was out of date, and her face and hair, as they would say, as I could say, were whack. This new one is on like the new female body, pinless joints, double jointed elbows, retro card. Her costume is very matte, where the other one is more metallic, and her hair it's basically the same face sculpt, I think, as I have on the other ones. I was tempted to make like a Rachel Summers Phoenix kind of custom something now that the new head is coming from the other one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
they don't really need a new Dark Phoenix. I like the other one I have, but maybe we'll see. But this was at my local Planet X, and I couldn't leave it there because I know that they're getting harder and harder to find. Just I haven't opened it yet. It's been a week or two, and
multiple heads on that one.
This one, no, but I have many others. Right. Most of the ones of Jean Grey in the past are kind of janky.
Okay.
She has some weird, but I do have a great pairing of head body from the previous. Anyway.
And that new Cyclops Jean Grey double pack coming out from X-Men 97 looks pretty great too, if those figs are your thing.
Yeah, which for me they are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, back to this.
Comics, X-Men.
Whoops, I did the wrong thing there. So I mentioned last week that we needed to take a look at, actually it's next in the sequence, is X Factor 37. I really thought I had this because I hadn't looked at the cover, and then when I see this, I'm like, oh no, I've never had this one.
Right.
So I read through a screen, like a web copy of it today, and nothing really happens. I knew that when I had read the X-Men issue 242, that it felt like it was happening, like the story was already off and running.
Right.
After looking through this issue, there are only a few key things that are happening. So we'll just sort of give a little summary and point out a couple moments. If you're a fan of Walt Simonson, I bought a lot of his comics. I keep looking at his X Factor, hoping I'm going to see the greatness of Walt Simonson. And I just see kind of rush. Like, I see him going fast. I've read his entire Thor run. I'm not trying to brag. I just meant it as a point of reference, like context reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read all his Thor.
Subtle.
I know. It's, yeah, like, so I've looked a lot at his original pencils and inks, and I've seen up close, like, the level of craft that he applies to that stuff. It's just not the same in X Factor. And he goes on after this to do Fantastic Four, and his work in Fantastic Four is better as well. For whatever reason, his X Factor work I find is just a little sloppy and rushed, and your experience might differ. But anyway.
Okay.
We get an awesome, like, his layout is great. He's the one that, put the characters in these new costumes. If you're wondering what the deal is with Bobby wearing a championship belt or something, the story just was that his powers got out of control, and the belt is helping as like a containment thing. Beast went hairy again.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know, he went unhairy for a while, and he's hairy again, and now he's wearing the same color. It reads as brown, but it actually is just dark red.
Is that what it is?
It's the same color. I mean, if we're actually just talking about colors on the 64 color palette that these comics were printed on, it's a red that has a little bit of cyan in it that gives it a bit of a darker. It's going toward brown. Of course, it is the same color that Wolverine is originally in his brown and tan that I keep contesting. It's actually just dark red. But that's me being pedantic.
Yeah, that's the hill you're gonna die on.
I'm dying on that hill. But it reads as brown in these comics. Like it's an odd one for him, but And Simonson is the one who, of course, comes up with the design for Archangel. And one could argue that it looks best always in his hand. Like it kind of as a costume sort of plays to his strengths. But anyway, awesome splash, right? The X Factor team is in New York, and they are dealing with the world going topsy-turvy, and they quickly come across Madeline Pryor in her Goblin Queen, or she calls herself in this, "You may call me your Goblin Majesty." they come across her. They see her for the first time, not knowing that she's alive. You know, I think that Cyclops and the rest of the team think that she's died with the X-Men at the not Mutant Massacre, but all of the mutants, Dallas.
Yeah.
They don't know she's alive. They especially don't know that she's in this gear. And they see her as this dark figure, this dark magical figure. These digital colors do nothing to help. Like, this looks so gaudy to me. Look at her hair. Like, the orange to red is such an awful kind of mix. But if this was in print, on newsprint, it would look much nicer. But anyway.
They also talk about the name, the kid. The kid's name has changed.
Is he Christopher Nathaniel, but they call him Nathan, and what?
Maybe that's it. We don't call him Christopher anymore. I'm reading.
Right.
His name is Nathan.
Yeah. Is it Nathan Christopher? Those of you out there, I mean, I imagine that Mass knows. Like, someone is a way bigger Cable fan than me.
It's got it.
And I'm hoping someone out in the chat, whether it's Michael or Ali, hello to everyone. And Mass, hope you guys are all well. I should have said hi off the top. Hoping someone out there knows, is it Christopher Nathan or Nathaniel Christopher? I think we get the Christopher comes from Scott's dad. Isn't that
that's Corsair.
Corsair. Major.
Oh, we need some more Corsair back.
Yeah, we'll get
he's so
some.
fun to read.
Little hey Fee, how you doing? It's Bee's fault that I bought this, by the way. Bee's fault.
Oh, there you go.
Little inside baseball. When you see, Matt says, not really a Cable fan, but I believe it's Nathan Christopher. Okay. I just thought because you're a couple of years younger than me, it might be the case.
Could be.
When you see an artist go from like 6 or 7 panels and they're getting it down to 3 or 4 every page, usually it's a sign that they are rushing. They're trying to tell more story through less pictures because they have to do less thinking. They just put together, they look a little more haphazard. Anyway, that's the moment that they meet. And then by the end of this issue, they've had a big, huge schmoz, as I would say in wrestling parlance. And by the end of the fight, the X-Men are in a crater. Sorry, the original X-Men, X-Factor, are in a crater. Maddie is playing possum almost. Same as, this reminds me exactly of the Dark Phoenix moment where, she's gone all Dark Phoenix in Central Park. And for a moment, there's some clarity and she's just regular Jean Grey for a minute. And as Maddie is in her kind of flight suit for a moment or some kind of coverall, something. It's hard to actually tell from the drawing. And then just as things are calm and maybe they're going to get the baby and make sure everything's okay, a very familiar hand shows up on Jean Grey's shoulder and says, just confirming what my other senses been screaming at me, Jeannie darling. I have to make sure that you're real.
Oof.
Ooh. So then that's all that. That's the whole crossover. It's just that one panel, and from mid bicep in Toy Talk, from bicep cut down. So there you go.
Also in this issue, by the way, because we chatted about this on the last, maybe the issue before, the one before, can't remember now, about like, are those demons really Jean Grey's parents? Because I was kind of confused. It was like some kind of weird dreamy sequence. What's going on here? And in this issue, they confirm like she sicks her demons on Jean, and Jean says, "What have you done to them?" And Mom, Dad, no.
Yeah.
Your parents were flesh and blood, and now mine are glass and steel. What? Anyway, all to say, she turned their parents into demons. There you go.
And Nastier did turn red.
Exactly. So that happened. And the way they draw the baby. Okay, so we used to joke about like John Byrne's children.
Oh, and John Romita Jr.
And John, whoever. All the children, apparently.
And Walt Simonson.
This child has the face of a 40-year-old.
Yeah. A beautiful 40-year-old.
Beautiful, and the like. It's meant to be like a like a bouncing boy, and it's just proportionally
Yeah, not beautiful at all.
Not beautiful, but there you go.
Drawing kids in comics is not easy, and most of the cartoons, or maybe a lot of the cartoons.
You're gonna love my next idea for Group of 7.
A lot of the cartoonists are famously bad at it. I think they just don't want to go toward like newspaper strip.
Sure, like cutesy.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Babies are adorable.
They are, but not these ones.
No,
you put them right out there.
If every baby in a Marvel comic looked as cute as PJ from Family Circus,
oh yeah, PJ.
Life would be a good thing.
It's cute, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, that storm's kicking up on my end too now. By the way, I can hear it.
Well, it's been raining here all afternoon and into the evening, and my dog does not want to go outside. He never had his evening walk. I feel bad for the guy. Yeah, I know you're like, yeah, dog, whatever, but I'm like, no, my dog needs it. It helps balances his mood.
I did let my dog out. She was whining, so I'm not terrible.
I will tell you, poodles are a different. They're a different bunch. They are insane if they don't take the edge off.
Right.
And so I work very actively to keep his edge dull.
Just grabs your leg and goes to town, right? But it's better to let him finish.
Thankfully, it's not that. But he gets. I mean, again, he's a half poodle, so he gets excited half easy about whatever. He'll just run around the house taking a shoe and want to go bonkers. So I walk him a lot, and I feel bad he didn't get his walk.
A little bit of Mississippi leg hound in him. The moon catches him, right?
So just for anyone who cares out there, he's half poodle, half Australian Shepherd. So he's like a very active, clever working dog. And if he doesn't get his walks in, he gets mischievous. So, yeah, much like my son.
Yeah.
It's very much like my son. It's true. Okay. Hey, man, this cover, when I was a kid, I could not get enough of looking at this thing.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a particular character specifically, but I just love that composition. He's talking about the. You and I have talked about this too with some of the Group of 7 stuff like that triangle. The Frank Frazetta composition, the triangle where characters are going toward the middle. Even the banner that I made last year, there's an element of this. I, of course, didn't realize it. There's an element of that in this, vice versa. There's an element of this cover in that banner.
And it's got that great just because of the body of Angel, the wingspan.
Yeah,
it's a neat delineation between the two teams.
Totally.
And we get this kind of, again, possessed versions, dark versions up top. And you contrast with the original superhero team on the bottom, right?
I love that they're back. This seems like it's also part of that movement toward there being 2 X-Men teams.
Right.
So I don't know if you know this. I think you do, because there have been enough comics that have come out in the last 15 years.
Sure.
Or at least the last 8 since you and I have been doing this together. That are called things like X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue.
Right.
So by the time Jim Lee gets the adjectiveless X-Men, they start. There are 2 X-Men teams working, and it kind of begins, I think, in this moment of like they're both in this title now, and there's room for 2 teams in some capacity. You just need 2 titles, and they'll get there eventually. But the seed is sort of planted here that we that they are still the X-Men in some way. It's kind of neat. Jason Jose says it took. I'm so old. RT, I'm going to assume, just means real time. It took 3 real-time years for the 2 teams to meet up, which is insane. Not the comment that's insane, but that these 2 teams are operating in New York, and yes, of course, the X-Men were out in Dallas and then in Australia, but yeah, they didn't bump into each other all that time. No. Especially when they're fighting in the alley, the Mutant Massacre. They smell each other, they see Cyclops' plasma bolts, but they never.
And Anthony makes a great point. That's a great corner box. I mean, is this the first time we've seen Maddie on a corner box? I don't know if it'll be the last time.
I think so.
That's a cool. Yeah. Anyway,
Silvestri is doing great work, and I know you and I and Anthony too. We're all fans of Mike Mignola, and one of Mignola's composition heroes is Frank Frazetta, and Silvestri is pulling from that same book of reference. So it's neat to see different artists kind of compose in similar ways. Piece things together. I love that version of Havoc.
I was just about to say that. Like
he finally looks cool.
Right? Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like is this the version of Havoc we want?
Just total Spider-Man mask with or without. I guess even the weird orbiting rings, like they look kind of interesting this moment.
They do.
Yeah, he looks as some cosmic deity. He looks badass.
Yeah, I agree.
I also love Wolverine full face.
Yeah.
He looks cool. Anyway.
Well, there you go.
And the purple sings.
It does. Always has.
All right, let's move along. Let's do it. I also will say for our last live episode, two weeks ago, I put up a second version the next day. Well, as soon as YouTube lets me edit, I cropped out the beginning, like our whole preamble.
Oh, really? But our back and forth banter about nothing at all is always the best thing, I imagine.
It very well might be. So the live stream still is up, but I put up a second video that is edited down that takes our ending ramble out and takes the opening ramble out. So it's just the read-through. And they both got significant amount of views.
Okay. Right.
So, so anyone who came from, let's say, the edited version who had never heard us do our ramble, there you go. Welcome. And this is, to me, this is like bordering on peak Silvestri. I think this looks like it's drawn from reference in a way. Like it's a beautiful, beautiful drawing. I mean, I'm fully aroused. I'm just I'm just kidding around. Sorry. I think it's a very excellent drawing. But I also think that he is not as tall as Jean.
No, unless he's like dipping her.
Yes.
Also, I'm not sure where the white streak comes from, but maybe it's there for dramatic effect.
I think it's actually expressing a flat top. That is like the moonlight hitting the top.
I see what you mean.
And the edge where it goes from that light blue to black is like the edge of his hair coif. Like I don't know how to express it. I need it in 3D, but I read it as there is basically a flat surface across the top from point to point. Yeah, his hair is incredible and does not work on a regular human being. It's limited to comics and cartoons. Very, very good drawing.
Very good.
Ali says her hand, but chin tilt here always sent me. It's just such a good drawing. Anthony says the quality of the drawing of the kiss is reminiscent of Cyclops and Madeline kissed by Paul Smith. Yeah, there's like a superior artwork here. Like this guy.
Don't let Madeline hear that, Anthony.
This guy is really good. Can you maybe people in the chat can help with this too? Can we track for a second the history of their romance?
Oh, jeez.
No, listen. In terms of the comic, he's talked about loving her since. I feel like it isn't as canon as we think it is. I feel like it's
from a Wolverine, and
I feel like they inserted it later in the series, especially through Classic X-Men. That when, correct me if I'm wrong, in the Dark Phoenix saga, when Wolverine is contemplating what's coming next, he's meditating in his room in the Shi'ar ship. Isn't he thinking about Mariko?
I mean, Mariko was was always the kind of object of affection for like those early years.
I feel like Chris Claremont has done a magic trick on us and slowly swapped, in real time, his affections or his deep-seated love for Jean Grey. I don't think was there when she was alive, the same way that it was written in Classic X-Men as inserts.
And here's something to suggest. Do we remember it as more intense?
Because of the cartoon and movies.
That's the cartoon, right? Exactly. Because right. Because the '90s cartoon, for an episode 1 or 2, was in there, And we were all like, oh, yeah, Wolverine's always been pining for Jean. And then you're right that when you look at the evidence going through the 100+ issues we've gone through, there are moments, but they kind of come in later, and they're kind of throwaway lines where someone will say something like, I think a couple issues ago when Storm realized that Jean was alive, and then she kind of confronts Wolverine. He's like, yeah, I had to know. I had my moment with Jean, but that was a long time ago. And you're like, what are you talking about? Right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering about it. I'm right now looking through the scene where Wolverine comes out of the steam shower. He's on like the Shi'ar. I think they're orbiting Earth, or maybe they're somewhere else. Yeah, they're probably orbiting Earth, getting ready to go to the blue area of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
He's monologuing, like he's thinking in his own mind, thinking about Jean Grey. And he just says he stands by her. Like,
right.
I don't think he's thinking about her as his love interest. And so I'm interested in tracking this. I don't want to go into it further right now. I'm just going to raise that question. Is this something that we've kind of retconned, and maybe we've been sort of gaslit by the cartoon and the movies to believing that he has been pining for her since the start? But like I said, there were these added on stories, these backup stories in classic X-Men that people like me would have read in 86 and 87 that we've added on to the timeline. But I don't know if they actually happen in real time in the early 80s. Yeah, just put that out there, and feel free to tell me that I'm onto something, or I'm
Allie's got some points to
crazy.
Make.
What's that?
Allie's got some points to make from the internet.
Allie says, internet says,
yeah,
this is when it started in earnest. The first time seeing her since her death.
Uh-huh.
Well, he has been saying, he has been freaking out about smelling her.
Oh, back
betrayal,
to Mute
back to Mute Massacre. And it's sent him over the edge.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just, I smell someone I thought was dead. It's like this particular person is rocking him to his core. Like, he's been going into, a primal state when he comes across her scent. If you told me that by X-Men, like 210, that Chris Claremont was writing from that moment on, that Logan was in love with her at his core, I would believe you.
Right.
I believe for the last 30 issues he has been in love with her, but I don't believe, and I'm happy to again find the evidence. I don't believe at this moment that from Uncanny 94 through Uncanny 138 when they bury her, that he was in love with her.
Right.
But anyway, I'm interested.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was a long detour, and I really appreciate y'all indulging me. It's coming from the heart, though. It's sincere. I'm not just trying to make up time. All right. Beautiful drawing. Stan Lee presents... Oh, I forgot to... Inferno Part the Third. This is a moment that speaks most eloquently for itself. Remember, the moment before this is him reaching.
Yes.
And then they're in a different setting than this, but it's okay. And there's the dip, right?
There's the dip.
I mean, she is clearly the taller of the two.
Oh, for sure.
And she has completely surrendered to this moment. Wow. Stan Lee presents Burn. It is a night when the universes shake, and the fabric of reality itself, the sum and substance of all that ever was and ever shall be, tears asunder. To be woven anew by the forces battling here into something better or worse, or perhaps into nothing at all, save final oblivion. For what it's worth, the setting is Manhattan Island, in the southernmost reaches of Central Park. And the players, the Uncanny X-Men, facing off against X-Factor, who, not so terribly long ago, were the founding 5 members of X-Men. But this is a magic time when legends are made as hearts are forever broken and an accursed place where nothing is as it should be, and even less what it seems. Holy smokes. So everything is something except it might be nothing. It could be the beginning or the end of all things, but maybe not. And everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing, folks.
So we've got Dazzler, Storm, Rogue, Longshot, Havoc, Psylocke, Wolverine, Marvel Girl. Really? Madeline Pryor, Angel, Iceman, Cyclops, Beast. And Beast is not drawn in his costume.
No.
So there are going to be continuity errors. This is a time for editors to step up and for Bob Harris to talk to the editor of that X Factor issue and make sure that we're drawing characters in the same clothes. At least we do have Madeline Pryor wearing that flight suit jumpsuit.
I can confirm that in the previous X Factor issue, he does tear his costume off.
Oh, wow.
I mean, why? Who knows? Point is, he does do it.
It'd be funny if this was drawn already, and so Walt had to draw those panels to match the setup for this.
Totally.
I wonder. Yeah. And it's neat also to see someone else now draw Archangel, or in this case, he's still called Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the wings are sort of not exactly the same as the way Simonson does them, but neat.
I also like the Storm, Tina Turner, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome look.
Crazy. I mean,
right?
Hey, what year is Beyond Thunderdome?
Oh, 88, 87, maybe?
Because that is, I mean, there isn't ever been a closer, like, I don't know how to say this. That is ridiculous how right on that is for that moment.
Completely.
And it's neat. Some of the characterizations are funny here, too. So Dazzler is becoming increasingly vain. So she's constantly looking at her reflection.
Yes.
Rogue is quickly adopting Wolverine hair.
Yeah.
What year is it? Did you pull it up?
Oh no.
That's why I thought you were about to punch him.
I'm not pull up right now.
Betsy's doing some weird stuff with her costume. It's getting bigger.
Yeah.
I'll focus. Thank you, Allie. I'll back to your comment in a second, too. I love Iceman's pose there. As he's
5.
There you go. So it's in the consciousness.
Yeah, he's fine. There you go.
Cyclops is just stunned. Like what?
I know, right? It's a classic Cyclops look.
Yeah, it's crazy. Allie, hey, who founded Tears for Fears?
It was one of those guys, right? What's his name? Anyway.
Did I say that last time?
I don't think so. But I like that.
Yeah. Michael says 2 redheads enter. 1 redhead.
That's right.
So Allie's previous comment, she's talking about Reddit. Want to know what merch will be at an upcoming concert? Reddit. Want to know how to sort your laundry? Reddit. Want to know when 2 fictional characters started pining for each other? Reddit. Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Too true.
Wild moment.
All right. Great 2 pages, though, here.
Yeah.
And
well, now you don't have to show the environment for at least a page or 2.
No, exactly.
You can just give little hints as to if they're standing near a tree or a mound. You don't have to set up the whole thing. It gives them a lot of freedom. You do it once and you can move on.
Exactly.
Worth waiting for, eh, Jeannie?
What? Wolverine? What?
So are you going to read Jean Grey?
I don't know.
Maddie?
So there's so many voices now in this episode.
We haven't even talked about who's reading who.
All right. So, for example, I would do Cyclops and Havoc, but they have a whole dialogue together.
So do Cyclops and Havoc.
Okay. Who do you want to be? Do you want to do Jean Grey and Madeline Pryor since you do both?
They should sound the same. There's like a weird logic about that.
Right. One's a little sultrier than the other one.
And then Angel, Iceman, Beast. You just
I think I did Angel before.
Yeah, you have.
Iceman and Beast are new kind of for us, right?
They are. Do you care which one you read?
I don't care.
So I'll take Beast because I have glasses
and more hair than me. And I will take Iceman for the fact that the ice in my veins. Okay.
Yes. And sometimes I call you Bobby.
Also call me Bobby.
Okay, worth waiting for, eh, Jeannie? What? Wolverine? What?
That's enough, mister. Let her go.
What's your problem, bub? Why so greedy, Cyclops? You already got a redhead, remember? Your wife. But what the hey? You want the lady? Take her if you can. I'm nobody's property, Wolverine. I won't be fought over or manhandled, even after you totally manhandled me and just kissed me in the last panel.
Yeah.
Even by somebody I once considered a friend. Scream! The X-Men are dead. We saw it months ago on television. That's a thing, by the way. Television. Have you heard of that, guys?
Television.
And these people, the ones I recognize, they're so different from what I remember. If these are real, if they somehow miraculously survived, why are they so changed? Why do they scare me almost as much as the demons we've been fighting? Storm, control your people if you can. And Scott, control yourself. I should take my own advice. I've forgotten the effect that Wolverine had on me. Kiss, blast him, that kiss. Iceman, Beast, the Goblin Queen's the one we're after.
As good as God, Jeannie. What'd I tell you, Hank? Everybody kills the X-Men. Or at least makes the old college try, and everybody fails.
So it would appear. I wonder why Miss Pryor switched her goblin raiment for a flight suit. Alex, X-Men, for mercy's sake, they want me and my baby.
Well, they won't get you, hun, while I'm around. Charles Xavier founded the X-Men to help mutants, but you betrayed that dream. You hunt them down, X-Factor, for money.
Yeah. And soon he'll be on X Factor.
Right, there you go. It isn't like that at all. Oh, sorry.
This idea of the lead female on the team having a second man in her world that evokes something so primal in her.
Mm-hmm.
I think really starts from Lee and Kirby with Namor.
Okay.
Do you know about Namor, the love triangle between Reed Richards, Namor, and Sue?
I mean, I know it exists. I don't know anything about it. But.
Yeah, she just is, without getting into any specific episodes, she is so, there is some animal magnetism that she's drawn toward with him, and obviously vice versa. And with Wolverine, I guess now that's sort of what he's playing off of, like that idea as well.
It isn't like that at all, Havoc. The whole X-Factor operation was a smokescreen to allow us to rescue the mutants we found. Besides, that's all ancient history.
Save your breath, Frosty. He doesn't believe a word. Your ads, Beastie Boy, your rep. Hard to deny what you worked so hard to build. Just like it's impossible for Jean to deny the truth. My senses tell me you love that kiss, darling. And you want more.
You roughneck little low-life creep. I was right about you from the start. The years haven't taught you anything. Can't you get it through your thick skull? Jean's spoken for.
I know the rest, Fly Boy. Even if she wasn't, she's still too good for the likes of me. Angel, you sense something about it. Familiar. Pain, sweet mercy to pain. The heck with that, bub. And the heck with you.
Touched a nerve, have I? Here you come, the pipsqueak psycho killer with bones that can't be broken, and claws that'll cut through anything. Well, I have blades too now, shorty. Sharp as yours and just as deadly. Only mine can be thrown.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Michael says, didn't they try to triangle Scott, Jean, and Warren way back in the beginning? Yes, and Professor X. Putting that out there. Professor X early on noted that he was attracted to Jean. Of course, that has been removed from the discourse. But if you look at the old comics, it's in there. Yeah. And this thing where Warren says to him, I was right about you from the start. If you do remember your classic X-Men, number one, the backup story is that Logan is following Jean is, she goes out for a walk on the grounds, and he's like out there having a smoke, and he has a moment with her, and he makes an advance, and Warren is the first one to charge in and basically starts a fist fight, and it creates an edge. Like, so for Claremont, that's probably only a couple of years old, that story.
Right.
In their continuity, it's now inserted into something from 1975.
Right. We talked about that previously as a device that, like, when you present the classic X-Men and you have the opportunity to build on or to continue world building with things that then influence the current structure of the stories.
Yeah. Hey, that drawing of Warren where he's in panel 3.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense that the colorist made an error?
Are you talking about the eyebrows?
No, his eyebrows are blonde, even though his skin is pale blue.
Yeah.
But do you know the muscle known as the trapezius?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little demonstration. Everyone,
Nice.
You ready?
Here we go.
Muscles. Here we go. So this, it's the muscle that goes basically between your deltoid, your shoulder, and your neck. This is called the trapezius. Right here.
I'm gonna have to take your word on it.
Okay. Right there and right there. So where are Warren's trapeziuses in that drawing?
Down?
He has 4.
Yes.
So I think that the top 2, the ones that are going at this angle, are the ones that are meant to be the wings. They're the
I see what you
wings going that way, and the lines that got colored in dark blue and magenta, those are actually like the metal feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the segments.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you're right.
And then the ones that go in that direction, that are his actual trapezius.
Yeah,
those ones are not.
It looks like he's wearing a giant bow tie.
It looks like he's going to have 4 shoulders if you expand that panel. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's bound to happen once in a while. Come on, get off his back.
You can give him a break.
So we didn't even blame the colorist because we haven't even seen who it is. Is it still? Oh, it's Glynis. There you go. Sorry, Glynis, but you messed up, bub. All right.
This is still Angel.
Yeah.
Problem is, you can't cut what you can't touch. And what good is an unbreakable skeleton with the flesh flayed off your bones? Moreover, my blades short-circuit the nervous system, paralyzing whoever they touch. Perfect setup for me to do this.
So he says all that in the time that Wolverine's jumping.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the adorable things about superhero comics.
I don't know what made the little fella go off the deep end. Don't much care either. You attack one X-Men suites, you got to deal with us all. And to think, I used to think you were cute. Which is also, I don't know if it's from a classic, but I do remember that from a previous comic. Fall is a youth. Ain't it nice how the quickest way to end this fracas is also the most fun?
Yeah, it's funny how she defaults to kissing so much of the time. Compared to, let's just throw Betsy in this one. Rogue always talks about never getting to touch people, but she's kissed more people.
Every issue.
Like, Betsy's kissed nobody.
Poor Betsy.
No,
we should redesign her.
Betsy's good. But it's that idea that, no, Rogue gets to kiss someone almost every issue. So, yeah, it's funny. However, as Rogue, with that kiss, begins to temporarily absorb Warren Worthington's psyche and powers.
What's that? Who's that? Subordinate consciousness blurred in with angels. Power like I've only rarely encountered, but such evil.
Ugh.
Get away from me, you tramp. Well, hey, boy broke free, but that ain't possible, not for him. Psych, nail her. Done, Warren. I hope that hurt, Rogue. It's the least you deserve. Angel, chill out, buddy. Apocalypse gave you that death persona, but you're free of him now. You don't need to keep acting the part. If it really is a part. In some ways, Warren's become as much a stranger to me as some of these X-Men. The way they look and act, it's so easy to think of them as bad guys. Grapes, is that how they see us? Maybe freezing them in place will give us a chance to sort things out. Nice try, Drake, but no cigar. My plasma bolts can melt your baby glacier as fast as you create it. The water! Havoc's triggered a flash flood.
Look out!
Look out.
Ooh, the DJ machine.
Oh, yeah.
You ready to be a DJ?
Well, yeah, I've already ordered the machine.
Nice.
It's on its way. Brilliant move, Mr. Genius. Whose side you on anyway? You'll drown us as well as them. Yeah, the water's freezing. Do you have any idea what this does to a girl's skin? Not to mention her clothes. Ugh. What? Somebody tripped me.
You bet. Care to make something of it?
Long shot. Let me up this instant. You're ruining my outfit.
Suppose I don't.
Then you'll be sorry.
I like to live dangerously. Take your best shot, sweetie.
I'm not kidding, Buster. Your eye, that glow, makes me feel okay, lover. Don't say I didn't warn you.
So weird.
So weird. But I guess this is these are they're turning into these manifestations, right? These,
yeah,
they're
not themselves.
They're not themselves, and they're, whether it's vanity or, I don't know how we want to categorize Long Shot, but it's they're all kind of these hyper versions of each other. Yeah.
We talked once before about an X-Men issue being the horniest issue.
We did, yeah.
We might have a contender right here.
This is
3 kisses in 11 pages.
Okay, that's a lot for. I mean, now
I'm going to also say what's happening right in that bottom panel is more than a kiss.
Sure. Now the great thing about the horniest issue today, the first John Romita Jr., right? That's the Cyclops and Maddie on their plane in the water. They keep referring to going to the back.
Oh, true.
That's the best one, and they do it like multiple times.
That's true. The dialogue is all just allusions to them going at it.
Going at it, yeah. Gene, see the others. Make sure no one's swept away. I'll take care of Madeline.
I'll just bet you will.
What?
Now, this word is a new one to me. Is it solicitous?
Solicitous. What
does solicitous mean?
Like
asking for it?
Like solicit? I don't
know. That's a new one for me. Anyway,
yeah.
So solicitous. Now, where were you, Scott? The night I really needed you. Oh, she's gonna have this conversation now.
Yeah, with the baby in the.
She has a baby in her arm, and she's gonna start not just even get a foot on the shore. Here we go. When the marauders kidnapped my son, gunned me down, and left me for dead.
What are you talking about? Get away from her, Cyclops.
If you read that as if he doesn't even believe her. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Get away from her, Cyclops. Madeline, I didn't know.
Would it have made a difference? She says off panel.
Yeah, off panel. Of course. How can you say that?
You're hurting me.
I'm sorry.
You always are, but nothing changes. It only gets worse because you do it again.
Leave her be, Scott. Haven't you done enough? Stay out of this, little brother. It's none of your concern. I'm making it my concern. You forfeited every right you had when you walked out on her and swore an oath, Scott, and you lied. Oof.
Could that perhaps prove the
Or was that
quintessential sorry.
That's
that?
Mystique.
Oh geez. Pardon me. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to Maddie. Never mind.
That's good.
Could that perhaps prove the quintessential difference between man and demon? Our word is our bond. Nastir.
But he's changed. Madeline, look out behind you.
Touched have I been by the tech-narc transmode virus, remade as a being of organic circuitry. Each bite of my system suffused with eldritch energy. In all creation there is none like me, the ultimate living sentient magical computer.
Ooh, Slamo.
Ammo.
And now the lads have been dealt with, lady. It's your turn.
Those lesser demons. They're really my parents. Mom, Dad, don't! What's the problem, dear? All you have to do to save yourself is kill them. If you don't, though, they'll most certainly slaughter you.
It's a great Maddie face there on the last panel. Red's in trouble.
Ours or theirs?
Theirs. We could probably use a hand.
What'd she ever do for us? Come on, let's find ourselves some real action. If she's as tough as her rep, she'll do fine by herself. Poor dear, this just isn't your day.
You're enjoying this.
Why, Scott, however could you say such a thing?
Madeline, please, you've got to stop.
Dear heart, I've barely begun. The best is yet to come. Oh, look, I think I see my ride.
Prepare yourself, Madeline Pryor, to meet your destiny. And you others, your doom.
It's like some weird demon unicorns.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, one of them, since they're in Central Park, or one of those horses, I think, is Rusty from Seinfeld. You know what I'm talking about? Rusty!
No.
Rusty! What with the beefarino?
No. Seinfeld for me isn't a thing.
Ah,
That's I know it should be, but it isn't.
you have such a good sense of humor, though. But yeah, if you know what the beefarino is,
I feel like those unicorns were kicked out of Twilight Sparkle's kingdom.
yeah,
For being too real.
sure. Oh, I wish I could change the language here, but I'm not. Nastir is an arrogant, overbearing, egocentric brute, but he does have his moments. Time to choose, lover.
So one thing, by the way, just in terms of how we're moving through this comic, if you notice, 2 pages are being brought up at a time.
Sorry, what? What did you say?
As we're reading this comic, 2 pages are being brought up at a time. It's usually just one, isn't it?
No, we usually get a 2-page spread.
I thought we only get 1-page spreads. And sometimes...
Is this your first episode?
That's my first episode. Bro. Look at that.
You just noticed there's 2 pages.
Okay, you know what? There you go. Reset. Reset.
Oh, dude.
I think it's because that first one, the double splash, I thought sometimes it cuts it, but maybe I'm wrong. So
Maybe that X Factor thing I showed at the beginning threw you off.
maybe that's it. Yeah.
You're just so laser focused on one page at a time. That's
I'm
all.
so focused on, and I'm also focused on figuring out who the lead singer of Tears for Fears is.
Yeah. It could be that.
Oh.
And
Oh no, Allie makes a good point. Maybe less ads,
no. I love this.
fewer ads.
Yeah. So Allie, we really do appreciate your attention to detail in the English language, and it's one of your attributes that shows up on this show that endears you to me. That being said, my wife has a similar characteristic, and every time she uses that distinction correctly, fewer instead of less, I make a point of correcting her and saying it's less, and I just see like she just starts fuming underneath because she knows I'm joking. She knows I know the right answer. It makes her so angry. that I want her to say less. Like I'm correcting her and make her say less. So I'm glad that you brought that up. It's so much fun to do that with her. She's real fun. Chris is feeling the hypnotic sway of the Goblin Queen. Exactly.
Yeah, she's God to me. I'm Team Maddie over here.
Totally.
Team Maddie.
Fee says, I love that Cyclops Zap panel and the demon carriage below smiling.
Yeah.
I mean, the Zap panel is insane. That's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good.
What?
Think fast, Cyclops. Which of us do you save? Who's the one you really love?
No! Forgive me.
And that coloring choice, too. Just nice and bold, and it doesn't need all the touches of, like, digital color. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Claws, fangs at my throat. Couldn't focus TK power to hold them back. Another second would have been too late.
Your own deeds, mortal, have sealed the fate of wife and world.
Truth hurts, big brother.
It's up to me now. Carriage, going like a rocket. It must be crazy to try this stunt. Hope Scott can live with what he's done. But I'll die before I see Madeline suffer any more for it. Alex! Blast you, brother. I had a shot at disabling the carriage till your grandstand plate blocked my line of fire. Why didn't you trust me? I could have saved her as well. Jean, are you...
My parents. How could she? By the way, you should have... I mean, I'm correcting your performance here.
Yeah.
When he yells, Alex! His next line you got to read is Hulk Hogan.
Blast you, brother.
Thank you. That's all.
Ooh, what a shot at trying to save the carriage, brother.
That might be getting to Macho Man territory.
Yeah, it's okay.
The cream rises to the top. Okay, sorry.
Those over-the-top performances bleed into one another anyway. And also, you're way more of a Macho Man guy.
Oh, I love Macho.
I mean, the impression of Macho Man is one of the most fun things that people of your age do. Like whatever other jokes you guys have, whatever the references you make, they're all secondary to people just hanging around each other doing Macho Man Randy Savage.
Brother.
Yeah, it's just endlessly enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's mostly tears and scratches, Scott. I'm a lot more angry than hurt. Witch wants a knockdown drag out. I'll give her that and then some. But those two, Dazzler and Longshot, they saw I was in trouble and simply turned their backs.
You're assuming they really are Dazzler and Longshot. None of them looks or acts like the X-Men. For all we know, they're demon simulacrums.
Yeah, do you know that word?
Yeah, I've come across it.
Yeah, I came across that one. If you're a fan of G.I. Joe,
Yeah.
if one is a fan of G.I. Joe, in like when they make Serpentor, they
Right.
first have like a weird clone body that they're gonna put a personality into. And the simulacrum is like, yeah, they use that phrase. So as a 11-year-old, it's like in my vocabulary.
Yeah. See? We learn from comics.
Oh, totally. I learned all sorts of military shorthand from G.I. Joe.
For sure.
Larry Hama was a vet.
Yeah.
He would put all sorts of things in there. Even just being 9 and knowing what ASAP meant.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's like a short, easy one, and that's not necessarily military, but the characters use it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like if you watch ER when you're 5, you're going to, I need some Sunny D. Stepped. Yeah, okay, we get it.
Conjured as part of this nightmare that's possessed Manhattan. Whoever or whatever, they're siding with Madeline. We can't deal with her till we take care of him.
What are we waiting for, lover? We were the original X-Men. Past time we showed these cheap copies what that means.
Day, night, work, never-ending grind, never a break. Boss has got us coming and going like sheep.
So stupid.
So stupid. Kill them stink bomb cars. Crush them good. Gotta hold on. Wind tearing deeper than clothes. Not a mark on me. But it's as though pieces of myself being ripped away. My lord, is that the Empire State Building?
Home, sweet home, my lion heart. I'm dressed to play my part. Now it's your turn.
Madeline, you look so...
That a problem?
Scott and Jean, were they right about you?
Doesn't matter.
No. I swore I'd stand by you to the end, and I'm one Summers brother who keeps his promises.
Spoken, lover. Like a true goblin prince in thigh-high boots and a dangly bit.
Loincloth.
Loin, that's what I was missing last time. Loincloth.
Loincloth.
I mean, what a costume for Havoc. And people have made customs of this.
Shut up, seriously?
Well, come on. Of course.
Yes.
Of
That's
course.
pretty great.
Yeah, it's yeah, there you go.
That's pretty great.
Madeline, Havoc, don't go in there. My friends, you're aligning yourselves with demons.
Oh my god. Is this the building talking, do you think?
No, it's the steer. It's the steer.
Really?
Right you are, because he says so in panel 3. Right you are, Tin Man, and with winners. Your sweetling sister Ileana fought for her chance for glory. These two, though, embrace it with all their black hearts. No, Mystere, not so long as Colossus is life and strength to stop them. And you.
Yeah, I could really go for a reframing of this whole thing as being
As the
just like
put Colossus journey.
Put all the characters in a degree of peril that it is like they're lost. It's done. And then it's just like all that's left is this one lone warrior against a completely possessed city. And give him maybe a weapon or two and a loincloth and a beard, and have him just have to go from one end of the island to the other dealing with. Colossus. That'd be awesome. Jason Jose points out the really beautiful irony, like Havoc kind of gave up on Polaris. So at the same time, I'm in defense of Havoc in this comic. He is possessed. It's not it is like the one aspect of his personality that's coming out. And yes, he's slowly, before this was, mourning Polaris through a budding relationship with Maddie that I can't defend. I'm not going to even bother trying. But this version of him where he's righteously her like loyal consort.
Yeah.
This is the demonic possession of him. So I'm not going to hold him ethically to anything he says or does during this stretch.
And what a great Colossus panel 3. Like this one.
So good.
Looks good.
Meanwhile, back in the park.
Heads up, Blondie.
Ow!
Oh, long shot, the expression on your face. Such a hot night with tempers to match. Figured a snowball might simmer you down. Come on, guys. We're all X-Men, right? There's no need for this.
You made me look bad in front of my girl.
So much for that idea. What the heck do we do now?
What we do best, my Arctic amigo. And hopefully, in the process, thump some sense into their misdirected noggins.
About time y'all woke up and smelled the coffee, Fuzzy. What you call your best ain't gonna be nowhere near good enough. We ain't like your other victims, X-Factor. We won't go quietly into whatever concentration camp you got for mutants. The X-Men protect our own. We don't cage them.
Yeah. This is like the third or fourth time we're getting characters off panel talking. It's maybe Claremont is seeing these panels after and he's overwriting for the sake of some clarity, but like there is a lot of dialogue going on. Yeah. Feel like that line with the Arctic Amigo?
Arctic Amigo.
That's much. Your telekinetic powers are useless, Marvel Girl, because I'm telepathically blocking your access to them.
Telepath fight. Long shot, Dazzler, let me go. Say, Uncle. I don't want to hurt you. Say it, sweetie. Uncle. Can't really do Wolvie any damage, but this should keep him away from the others. I don't know, long shot. Should we cut him loose?
Cut him to pieces would be more fun. I think you should say Uncle again. That time didn't sound nice enough.
They're crazy, treating us like some schoolyard scrap. While to Wolverine, it's war.
End of the line, bub. I aim to do to you what I just did to your flaming ice slide.
That your solution for everything, Shorty? Whatever gets in your way, cut it to ribbons?
Works for me, Flyboy.
Then let's see how well you can take some of your own medicine.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to throw your claws around. This guy just swiped a tree in half. Like,
yeah, like guillotine that tree.
It's crazy. And then you get this kind of really beautiful drawing with Storm and the skyline, and it almost feels, I don't even know how to describe it. It feels like it, I don't know. I think it's just really beautiful.
It's a moment, too. It's like a moment away from the action, and it's...
Yeah. The battle rages more fiercely with every moment. Yet why do I remain above it all? I have often imagined how, miraculously, Jean and I might meet again. But even the wildest fantasy was never like the... Huh? The Empire State Building. My vision blurring when I look toward it. I see that butte from the other dimensional Earth where Forge and I were exiled by his ancient adversary named the Adversary. How adversarial. It was there atop that mystic peak. He cast the Gateway spell to bring us home, where we now know a person named Gateway. But why flash back to that memory now, especially after I watched the Flash movie today? What is its significance to this time and place? Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes, the Flame and Ice side, he absolutely does mean the F word every single time.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, I'm thinking Halloween costumes.
Oh, you and me? Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
From this summit, dread lady, your own eldritch energies amplified by the soul essences of the human lives absorbed into the very fabric of this structure will create an eternal bridge between Earth and my realm of limbo, so that once more, at long last, demonkind will rule this world. But the timing of the master spell is absolutely critical. You must...
You forget yourself, Nastier. This is my party, remember? I'll do as I please.
Of course. Forgive your humble servant, who yearns to crack your accursed bones. Did I say the loud part quiet, the quiet part loud?
Oh, no.
He meant no reproof. But the enchantment must be cast by dawn. Else all that has thus far transpired this goblin night will be wiped away, and the world and its people restored to the way it was. There are still many preparations.
O ye of little faith. Presto! One demonic temple, complete with sacrificial altar. Satisfied?
Sable shards. Not even I could. There is still the matter of the sacrifice.
My pets have him. Look at them, Nastir, reduced to their foulest essences. Professor and Mrs. Gray still dote on the baby as though he were their own flesh and blood, their true grandson. No doubt about it, the kid's a charmer. Just like his old man. I'll take him. Scrappy, too, and tough, from all the baby fights I've seen him in.
That's right. Bare knuckle baby fights.
I mean, he has been through a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even a cry out of him. Doesn't even look scared. I wonder, that come from Scott or me? Should have been just you and me, kiddo, from the start. Too bad it didn't work out. Scott! The baby, he's there! Calling out to me. My lord, I see in his thoughts. How can Madeline? She's his mother. Scott, she means to kill him. Before you move on.
Yes.
I feel like the whole plot was just kind of laid out.
Right.
This whole thing, Nastir has imbued her with power because she is a vessel that is like connected to the mutantness and the phoenixness of Jean Grey. Mm-hmm. She's got a piece of that in her. And then she can do things for this bridge that Nastir can't do.
Right.
So he can do so much to mess things up, but he just can't do this one part. And they got to sacrifice a baby on an altar in this building that has Nastir's face and mouth.
Yep.
And then the bridge between the two worlds, Limbo and Earth, are going to be forever. But it feels like everything else kind of doesn't matter. Like everything with the X-Men so far is just a kid in the sandbox playing with two groups of toys and just
trying to keep track of the story.
Yeah, like none of it matters except for this plot thread and whatever Colossus is going to do.
Right.
And everything else is just like distraction. The filler and weird.
Well, I have the proof. This trade I'm reading is about 14 issues long. So between all three titles.
Right.
Yeah.
That's insane. I do like the idea that everyone like getting to experience something demon in some way, having these side quests and whatnot, but they got to be good and they got to have cohesion. You know, and I feel like the stakes are real, but right now it all feels like everything with the X-Men, Dazzler and Longshot it just doesn't matter.
Right. They're just throwing punches at each other just to do something.
Yes. Like they should be killing people in the streets.
Yeah, right.
Or then having to live with that.
Right.
Or whatever.
And then they would have to kill her off because editorial said you can't kill people. and then the third gene would show up.
Right. I like this panel though.
I do too, yeah.
I heard that. You reached out to her. I bore you, boy. I gave birth to you. You're my son. How dare you turn to that resurrect? Oh, it says retread. Phew. Oh my gosh. How dare you turn to that resurrected retread cow? Ungrateful wretch. I did all the work, but she gets all the glory.
As your own earthly sage, the poet Shakespeare said, how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child.
Why must she always take what is mine?
You exist. Creation, milady, is not big enough for the pair of you.
In that case, she's past due for her final exit. I'll cast your spell, Nastir. Everything you desire and more. But first, I want Jean Grey's heart. I want her head. I want her soul.
Can't block me forever, sweetie.
Sorry, the rain was getting too much. It was even coming in.
Oof.
I should tell my
Save
family
yourself.
close all the windows in the house.
Mm-hmm. I
What
know.
you
Mine are
think?
upstairs. I'm just trying to think of like everyone else is upstairs. I'm like, hopefully they're noticing. That's all I can hope for at this point.
I know families.
Yeah.
Yeah, only one person seems to care.
Yeah.
That's what you think. I can handle one-on-one, no problem. It's when they come in a bunch, like bananas, switching from a psychic attack like Psylocke's to this rogue's purely physical swoosh. Wind, concentrated gust, has to be storm. Won't resist till I'm close enough to take her down. What happened to her, to them all, to make them change so? Is it you? The only me that ever was. I saw you go to your death. I saw you die in Dallas. I guess that makes us even. Question is, does that make us? Thunderdome?
We don't need another hero.
So good. It is good to see you alive, Jean. I missed you so. Yeah, I know, Aurora. Me too. And have you seen Thunderdome?
Yes, I have seen.
No. It's Jean said that to Storm.
Oh, that's the next line. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And can we talk about Thunderdome? Yeah. Storm's
That's
like, of course we can. Yeah.
It grieves me to sunder so lovely a moment, dear ladies, but what the Goblin Queen commands, her faithful Nastir must obey.
He resists my winds, and his techno-organic body absorbs the energy of my lightning bolts. Telekinesis can't get a grip on him either. He's too malleable for me to hold.
Nastir, I've been aching for this moment, demon. There's a blood debt between us. This is where it gets paid in full.
Hey, do you know who did Nastir kill that matters to Warren?
I know, actually. I know the answer to that.
I'm interested.
It's Candy.
She's dead?
She's dead. She died in an X Factor issue, like 3 issues previous, as part of this Inferno saga. And Warren was holding her in his arms. But yeah, Candy, his partner, right?
Yeah. Now, Nastir did say that everything would be returned to normal if this spell doesn't happen.
True.
Or the sun rises. So I wonder if she's going to come back.
It's always sunrise, by the way, too, right?
Right.
Always sunrise.
Gotta love some sunrise.
Yeah.
Careless, impetuous boy. See how your deadly synapse scrambling pinions pass harmlessly through me to strike down those you seek to save.
So are those unlimited from him, his wings?
I don't really understand.
He throws a lot of meat cleavers, it looks like, and he just kind of
Yeah.
constantly throws them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't really get. I never made the jump from Angel to Archangel as a fan. Meaning
Archangel,
that I never
Archangel,
became a fan of him as
he was my first Angel because I think I picked up a comic, around this time, and he was Angel, and I thought, what a cool look,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
The colors, the metal, all of it.
Yeah,
Archangel. Could have been Catholic school too, right? I'm like, ooh, it's an Archangel. Nice. Right?
Yeah, I think my first Angel is honestly on Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Sure.
And then the second time I bumped into the character would have been probably X Factor #1.
Right.
And so it was, this was a change, and I wasn't interested in like the grim and gritty anti-hero version of the character.
Right.
But, Jason Jose says they regenerate.
They regenerate. See,
There you go. I mean, yeah, it's space magic. All good.
No, Candy Southern. Yes.
Yep.
Candy Southern.
Able to think, but not act. Jean, same. cannot use powers or finish sentences to break our fall.
Fear not, ladies. I've better plans for you than mere death. My touch will infect you with the Technarch transmode virus. It will make you techno-organic creatures like myself. And my slaves.
Technarch.
Sorry, ugly. We like them both the way they are. Take them, troops, or I'll take a return with nasty.
Warren, stop her. If what Nastier says is true, she's committing suicide.
Her choice, Jeannie. Too late anyway. They're already tussling.
Dear damsel, we simply must stop meeting like this. With the world at stake and our backs to the wall as usual? Just like old times, eh? He says, I think my first angel was Archangel 2.
Okay.
Whichever one was on Muir Island with Rogue and Mystique.
Gotcha.
I have no idea. You're way ahead of us.
I definitely had a. I don't think it was Marvel Who's Who. But it was like a single issue of like character bios.
Yeah.
And I definitely reread the Archangel one over and over again. I think it just had like him standing there. But
yeah, that sounds like a Marvel universe.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's that. Yeah.
You probably had issue 1. A.
Possibly.
Archangel. You were a fool to challenge me, girl. Wanna bet? You see, Bunky, a while back, the X-Men fought the Magus, ruler of the Technarchy. I absorbed a chunk of his power, just like I'm doing now to you. In the process, I gained immunity to that virus. The longer I hold on to you, nasty, weaker you'll get, till I possess all your power. No!
Nastier, you buffoon. Can't you do anything right?
Her power can only affect him if she's alive to use it. Her natural invulnerability may not be the equal of his strength. At least. Madeline, does it have to be this way? Think of Think of Inferno's nature's way. Is that? No.
That's an error.
That's an error. We found another error, folks.
Oh my God!
Shut down the show. That's it.
They are so incompetent over there at Marvel.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean it's the tiniest little line just missing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It also you can read it for fun as they're both speaking to each other at the same time. Think of Inferno as nature's way of clearing out the world's deadwood.
Official rationalization deadwood for murder. Uh-oh.
Also, when did Havoc get the mullet?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was always kind of cut short, but this way it looks cooler.
It's like a chump. The word I prefer is revenge. Best served not cold, but blazing as white hot as my lover's plasma bolts.
I've never heard him called that before, but there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evic, we're comrades. That friendship, pal. That's friendship, pal. This is for love. Holy smokes, Bullwinkle. I was wondering where the big guy got into. Why is he falling? Wait, he's falling. He'll take a skyscraper or 3 with him when he hits.
Yeah, so talk about it for 10 minutes, buddy.
Yeah, man. So I better find a way to turn all that velocity and force to best advantage. Bingo!
Like, break into action in that first panel, like panel 2.
Right.
And then as you're moving, talk. But, like, don't stand there and finish that sentence.
X-Factor's really good at that, just standing there.
Also, how come we don't call each other Bunky when we're
Right.
mad at people? Like, we got to call more people Bunky when you're... Oh, yeah, Bunky?
Oh, yeah. Holy smokes, Bullwinkle. I'm going to use that all weekend at Fan Expo.
Hopefully. And that's a great use of the momentum from Colossus. Like
It is.
That's fine.
Smart.
Yeah. It's a pretty spectacular collision, but it isn't the physical impact that does the damage. It's the deep emotional shame of being hit by a Russian when he's so xenophobic against foreigners.
I hate Russians.
No, a strange. Yeah, no,
Yep.
That's awesome. Magical beings cannot abide the touch of iron. And since Colossus's body is composed of ultra-dense organic steel, the crash provides almost as fatally disruptive to the Demon Lord as it seems for one of the X-Men's teammates.
Colossus? Oh, gross. Thanks a whole lot. This is the most disgusting.
I don't know, Sweets. I think mud sort of suits you.
Like, why are they in this comic right now?
By the Maker, that metal brute, his soul so noble and pure. He is barely affected by the Goblin Queen's Inferno. I dare not let him near me. His merest touch is agony. A battle is not the war, mutants. Savor your pathetic little victory while you can.
He has probably returned to the Goblin Queen. My friends, if Nastia's grand enchantment is cast, our world will be remade in his image.
We get the message, sugar. But how do we fight him? None of us in X Factor ever encountered a techno-organic being. We have no idea of his capabilities.
Weren't you looking at X-Men for 20 years? Come on.
Come on, bud.
Come on. Do your homework. Rogue and Colossus do. Psylocke, establish telepathic rapport between the two teams so we may all share their memories of that battle. I thought X Factor were our foes. Naastir is the true enemy. Somehow he has made Madeline his cat's paw. To save her, we must defeat him. I don't know if I can, Storm. The way this Inferno is inhibiting my powers. Jean. I'm assuming that is still Storm.
I think so.
Jean is a sigh. As a psst. Jean is a sigh. Can you link with her using her abilities to augment and amplify your own? I don't like strangers inside my head. Is this how non-size feel in the presence of telepaths? Naked and so utterly defenseless? Don't worry. After the first moment, we'll be like old friends. Oh! I'd forgotten. How beautiful. I see other techno-organic creatures. The Magus. Physiomorph, shape changer, body composed of organic circuitry, living computer. Absorbs life glow from other living beings. Remember season 5 of the animated series?
That's right.
As well as from natural and technological energy sources. It's over. Psylocke's withdrawn her support. The lights in my mind of others' thoughts going out. I'm hollow again. Ladies and gents, I think I have an absolutely brilliant idea. And so...
All right, Jean. Lift Colossus into position.
Peter, you're a lot more massive than I remember.
I hope that is a good thing, as you are even more beautiful. Whenever you're ready, Comrade Cyclops.
Sorry if this hurts Colossus. You're on your way, mister. Over to you, Storm.
He zapped him right in his butt.
Right in his metal butt.
Thanks to Cyclops providing the initial boost to Colossus's butt, I can use my winds to accelerate Colossus to near supersonic speeds. Your cue, Flyboy. Send me after him.
One fastball special, pipsqueak. Up, and away.
I have a low tolerance for failure, Nastier.
Dread Majesty, allow me.
Unless for excuses. What?
A fatal error, brute. Challenging a demon lord where his power is preeminent. The building, it grabbed me. The fangs dripping acid that's burning through my armored body.
So gross.
Overconfidence, stripling, will be the death of... Yeah!
If it is nasty, he won't be alone.
Can you cut Colossus loose, Dazzler, without hitting him? Watch me. Who do you think you're talking to? Blue-skinned and bald? Oh, Angel, sweetie, what a waste. Brilliant shooting, Ellison. I am grateful.
He is safely clear, Iceman.
I'll be generating some murderously intense cold storm. Sure you can handle it?
My elemental powers will protect me.
Okay then, lady. Here goes nothing. Cretans, do you think I can be held by a mere block of ice? Never know till you try.
This is Gene.
Gene, I think, yeah.
When I watch Bobby cut loose like that, Scott, I find myself wondering if he could freeze the whole world.
Mutants possess so much power. Is it any wonder people fear us?
So much for summer. Maybe that's one of the ladies saying that.
Could be.
Not to worry, lovely ladies. You've got the beast's fur coat and blazing heart to keep the chill away.
Don't touch my bare skin, fella, or I'll absorb your powers like I did Nasty's. Fools! You have not beaten me. Freezing has had the effect of only making me stronger. Somehow this infernal cold has lowered the electrical resistance within my living circuitry. I sense the term superconductivity, enabling my system to work at near ultimate efficiency. I'm thinking with inconceivable speed, spells, concepts, theorems. My mind is ablaze with knowledge and insight.
Brilliant plan. Wouldn't it have been easier, though, to simply shoot us?
Belt up, long shot.
Oh my god. What does that mean, belt up? Like, shut up?
Shut up, or suck it up, or, you know.
Have you ever heard the phrase belt up?
Nope.
Okay.
You?
No, sir.
No. Getting to be a habit might turn the Empire State Building into an ice sculpture. Hate to be here when it melts.
Even when things are at their worst, we still make jokes. Some things never change. Thank heaven.
Storms enveloping the ice mountain in a band of equatorial heat. That's why we're sweltering. Going to be some wild weather when they come together. That's it, guys. As cold as it gets. Virtually absolute zero.
Turn the page.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks. Thank you. Dazzler, Colossus, hit him.
Like these sound effects. Ramp.
Zack.
Kabam.
Pew, 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 pew.
Crack.
Crack.
Scram. Crackle.
Bless you, humans, for saving me the effort of freeing myself. The most fitting reward I can offer in return is the quickest of deaths. Huh? What is happening to me? No. The heat creating quantum increase in the resistance within my circuitry. Sable shards, this is agony. and the human air disrupting the synapse linkages by the abyss mutants. You will pay.
Michael says belt up is British for stop talking.
Oh.
Because, Claremont, of course, is British born. But it's still an odd one to have the X-Men say.
Right.
Anthony asks, did this just turn into a Rice Krispie cereal ad? Yes, it did.
Yes, it did. It's been one the whole time.
Not this time, demon.
Storm, don't. Your lightning will only make him stronger.
Precisely. Raw energy hurled with all my might into a system already taxed beyond endurance. Kaboom! Skarkoom!
Circuitry overloaded. Elements no longer coherent. Can't marshal thoughts, spells, garbling, backflashing, even as I conceive of them. Mercy, woman, I beg you. I will serve you. Spare me.
Never. Out of here, everyone. Find cover. He's going to... Michael says he should have had Psylocke say it. Yes, for sure. The belt up.
Exactly.
That's one.
Then again, it might have been her that said it, and she did a mind connection to make the others say it with her. That's a good panel.
Ooh, brother.
Yep. That is. And look at all the faces of like the evil buildings.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Later.
Not a sign of him.
Nor a scrap either. That's the good news. The bad is nothing else has changed. Manhattan still exhibits the primary effects of this demonic inferno. So, who cares? We stopped the bad guy, right? And look pretty rad in the process.
Speak for yourself, sweet boy. From where I stand, it's us ladies did the heavy work. What's with Hank? Usual case of victory grumps.
Lay off, Bobby. This is serious. By rights, if Nastir was the primary progenitor of Inferno, its effects should have died with him.
The idea was to defeat Nastir Storm, not destroy him.
The one could not be accomplished without the other.
And without him, how do we restore Manhattan to normal? How do we find my son?
Who is to say that this is not normal?
Don't be ridiculous. Who appointed you judge, jury, and executioner?
I am Storm. I lead the X-Men. That gives me the responsibility and the right.
I kicked your butt, remember?
Oh, yes.
That's not what Professor Xavier taught us.
No, and X-Factor is, I suppose, the true exemplar of this dream. Now who is being ridiculous? Vast and terrible powers threaten our world, Cyclops. It is our lot to stand against them. But your method, Storm. What price victory if in the process you become as cold, as cruel, as deadly as your... Oh!
Jean!
Forgotten about me, lover?
Upstaged again.
Now there's someone worth fighting for.
It is not over.
Only, I suspect, just begun.
I had a feeling there was a loose end. Guys, look who's up there.
How could you, lad? How don't matter, Furball. Only what we do about it.
No, 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 no.
Now, X-Men and X-Factor, it's your turn.
To be
Continued. To be continued in X-Factor 38, which I did go out and buy right away when I saw that when I was a kid.
Nice.
Next in X-Men 243, Part the 4th, Ashes. Yes.
Nice. Now, you know what's nice about that last page is that one demon, I guess is his her mom, is like cradling the baby. So
Yeah.
the baby.
Nice. Yeah, she got the baby.
And sexy Havoc is there.
Yeah, but we're not getting the good parts.
I know, right? Not like that one panel. That's going to be our future cosplay.
Those the abs and the loincloth.
Loincloth.
Yeah.
Double loincloth look.
Pretty serious stuff. Pretty serious. So did this make any sense to you?
A little bit. A bit more cohesion. But it's interesting because they talk about, okay, so it's called Inferno, but they actually, even Beast refers to it as like the Inferno that we're in. Like they named the thing, the tale that they're on is the name of the book, right? Like,
yeah,
our book, Group 7 Comics, A Most Secret Tale, they don't at one point say this is some kind of most secret tale we're on.
In the next version we're printing, because we're
nice. We're gonna just make that subtle change.
One line. Someone has to say it.
Yeah.
Though I mean, Madeline has she has declared this as an Inferno.
Right.
So, we talked about this, I think, in our last episode, or maybe 2 episodes ago. So you can imagine she is like Jean Grey Phoenix level ish, getting close to that Omega level power set. Add in that mystical thing like Nastir has implanted, or Sinister has implanted, like a opening for Nastir to implant this magical demonic element into her, and she has world-changing capabilities. She's reshaping. She can cast spells. She can do all this. She's sort of like this, limbo bridging demon.
Yeah.
Not god. Goblin Queen's the weaker. She's a demon queen.
Yeah.
Because they haven't even put any goblins in this anywhere. But she is this world-shaping threat for them. And like, I dig all that. I'm not connecting with the way the story is being told. The pieces I'm okay with.
Right.
And the X-Men being like their worst selves. The reunion does make this a much more convoluted, like, crossroads. It maybe do this, whatever. You can't fix it now, but it does make it bogs it down a little bit with sort of these petty, unimportant conflicts that don't help tell the larger story.
No.
I listened to interviews with like David Goyer, one of the writers of the Dark Knight trilogy, and among many other things, and talking about casting actors to play your villains and which villains you put in a Batman movie. And he speaks about, like, from the very beginning, it was theme first. And then what themes we want to discuss? We want to talk about Bruce Wayne coming out from under his father's shadow, like the Wayne legacy, like separating yourself from your father figure, living up to your father figure's expectations, and then of course fear. And like, so we're playing with fathers and fear. So who are your villains? Okay, a surrogate father figure and the embodiment of fear. So you get, Rachel Ghoul and Scarecrow, like theme first and then. So if the themes here are you're playing with the darker side of oneself, giving each of the characters temptation and playing on all their violence and their anger and all those pieces, like, is that the time for a reunion between Beast fighting Longshot and Dazzler? Like, is that even connected?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a little weird. What happened to Sinister? Is he just gone from the whole story?
Right. So far.
So one issue ago, at the end of that issue, Goblin Queen leaves him with Nasty.
Yeah.
They just leave. And he is in what state in the middle of the states was he in again? Do you remember?
Nebraska.
So he's in Nebraska, but I have a hunch he can move places if he wants to. But he was a big part of the story leading up to. He was on the cover for a bunch of issues.
Well, they revealed who he, like, it's now Mr. Sinister behind all of this.
So he's out of the picture.
He's out, yeah.
At least for this double-sized spectacular. And weird, like, Storm seems to have found the other side, like found her way out of being demon possessed, having her reunion with Jean.
Yeah.
Havoc has obviously gone way off his deep end. Wolverine's just extra violent looking, and it's weird.
It is. It's a weird one.
Yeah, there is some sense to be made, but I think Claremont is just playing Mad Libs,
Right.
a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he has a vision for this.
Well, there's the cover of the next issue, which is X Factor. I'm showing you up here. You can see that. Oh, that way.
Whoop, there it is.
That's
I left it. Oh, there you go, dude.
There you go. There you go.
That's
the next one.
The old bag I had from the
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then there's, I think, one more X-Men. And then is that it with Inferno? Oh, and there's a final X Factor.
Oh, spoilers.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't want to say.
So that's what you get. So
yeah, there's the spoiler, dude. Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Look. Yes, he's back.
So he is somehow, I guess he finds a way to win. I'm a fan of of that idea of like count a villain out, but he's coming back.
Yeah.
In some way. I maybe needed a hint of him somewhere in this issue.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 40 pages. Like, give us a hint that he's still in the story.
Yeah.
I also am a big fan of these ideas of like having the disproportionate size between the antagonist and protagonist, like as a analogy for their conflict. Oversized villains, I think, are interesting as part of a cover composition. That Storm is awesome. Like reaching for Cyclops as he's falling.
Yeah.
There's some great life in this picture.
And sexy Havoc.
Yeah, getting his nuts roasted.
Well, I mean, you make your choices, Goblin Prince.
Yeah, you made the cover. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
There might be some cream for that. I have no idea.
Disappointment.
Disappointment.
You say you just noticed the hand? His hand coming forward, you mean? By that, do you mean Havoc's hand, or do you mean Mr. Sinister's hand?
Maybe Sinister's.
Or is there another hand doing something? Yeah, I want to go read this. This one's also a giant size spectacular.
They're all like the last couple have all been giant size spectacular. So
of X Factor?
Yeah, even that one was
Oh, Al Milgrom on inks, so they're now going fast. I did not catch who inked the last one in X Factor, but if you've got Al Milgrom coming in, that means you're doing things quickly. He is a brush slinger. Oh my goodness, these are loosey goosey. Holy smokes! Yeah, he is. Let me show you this. Hello, everybody. Like, it looks like they're giving this. There's like no time to get this done.
No, not at all.
Milgrom is a permanent staff. Like he's part of the staff over at Marvel, and he was an editor and penciler, inker, whatever you kind of need, like jack of all trades. And yeah, if they're pulling him in on an ink job, it's usually because they're out of time, and they're helping make a print deadline. Anyway, I got to read that another time. Very interesting. What else do you want to chat about? So next week, we got to talk about this. Okay. I'm not in Tirani next week.
Where are you?
I'm taking a vacation.
San Francisco.
Did you drove or did you flew? I don't know if we're going to pre-record or we're going to miss a week.
Yeah.
We should talk about this maybe off the air. So it's next week with a question mark. Next episode will be this comic, but we'll figure out when the best time to do this one is. Anthony says, all due respect, more like Al Milgrom. He's like one of my least favorite artists to read. I get that he gets things done, and that was the key. Everything he put his brush on, like I lost interest as a reader. The Wolverine Kitty Pryde limited series, Secret Wars 2, his hand were in those things, and they were West Coast Avengers. I think the first batch, they were all like comics that were so boring to my eye, but again, got the job done. So respect that.
Nice.
Anything else you want to talk about before we call it a night? It's a long show.
I don't think so. Yeah. Well, giant, spectacular issue. Giant size. No, I think we're good. Hey, if you are in the Toronto area or making plans to come to the Toronto area, come see us. Fan Expo, Canada's largest pop culture fandom show. Tons of comic creators, plus a whole bunch of special guests. Number of things. But we were at table Y27. Alongside actually a number of our friends. We always go and load up on books and come back with a bunch of new stuff. And we have friends who are debuting new stuff, and it's going to be a good time. And I'm sure we'll be blown away by all the fandom and the cosplay and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll look out and we'll see a Maddie Pryor Havoc combo. Who knows? Stranger cosplay has happened. So
100%.
100%.
Yes. Stranger has happened.
Yeah.
X-Men greats like Arthur Adams are going to be there.
Right.
As well as Michael Golden.
Jim Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, that guy's there. That guy's there. Jim Lee.
It's funny. I never once thought about going to get a Jim Lee. And I was a huge fan of Jim Lee when I was in grade school, elementary school. But I think just the gap between like what it costs to get a signature from him, I imagine is going to be prohibitive. And for me, I just want to, I don't even know what I would ask Michael Golden. I usually try and get some information.
Just quarter of the benefit. Be fine.
I'm looking forward to seeing, is Klaus Janson coming? I think.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think he is actually. I think he is.
Jeff Loeb is coming. I'm not sure if, I know you're a huge fan of Long Halloween and Dark Victory.
Yeah.
Daredevil Yellow, Spider-Man Blue. Like there's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Michael Cho, who I got the pleasure to meet last week on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hopefully get to talk to him, but he'll be in Guelph too. So
I know. You'll get some quality time. It's good.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else I'm hoping to get a chance to talk to for a minute. But like Arthur Adams, whatever's on his table, I gotta buy something.
Totally.
And Michael Golden, I don't know. Like, do I bring down Artist Edition? And I don't know. That's as in Yiddish, like it's a big schlep to carry those things in. And all right, let's call it a night.
All right.
Everything else, you're good to go?
Yeah.
Ali says, you heard rumors of a music festival.
Oh,
wow. I miss David. We got to reach out to him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen something. He's going to be there this weekend, though.
I don't think he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to the end of another episode. Thanks to my good buddy, writer of Group of Seven at Most Secret Tale and Peregrines, Flights, Fiends, and Fisticuffs, Chris Sanigan. You can find out more about our comics and upcoming appearances at group-of-7comics.ca and follow Group of Seven Comics on social media. Please click like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with us your take on this issue or any X-Men comics in the comments below. Go dig out your old back issues, trade paperbacks, essentials, omnibuses, DVD-ROMs, bootlegs, or hop on an app and read along with us next week on Previously in X-Men. Thank you, Bubs. And everyone out there, stay Xy. Thanks for hanging out with us in the chat. You guys are awesome, as always. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again soon. Cheers, everybody. That's too many claws.